Okay, so welcome to day two of my video series. Let's get reacquainted. My name's Dion Johnson, and like I said yesterday in day one's video, I haven't been posting so regularly. I've been going through a whole personal development journey of my own this year. Particularly, it's been a year of real growth, real stretching, real change, real challenge, real transformation. And so I'm making this series just to so that you can hear me, hear my heart, hear my voice, and decide whether we still go together, or maybe that you will decide that we do go together and that you'll join my network, you'll come closer, and we can continue the conversations into the quarter four of this year, 2024, and beyond, like into 2025. I'm really excited about all that's about to come out in my work. And so I'm hoping that through these videos, you get a flavor of what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, what I care about, what I see for you, what I see for us, that kind of thing. So today, I want to talk to you about something called the cost of the climb. And this is a phrase that came up when I was journaling this morning. I woke up with these ideas in my mind about you, and I was thinking this term came up in my journaling, the cost of the climb. And what I was thinking about as I wrote those words was just how much it costs us to achieve senior leadership positions. So let's put the context around this. So if you go back maybe 50 or 60 years, the truth be told, women were not part of corporate senior leadership, right? We're new kids on the block. And if you think about it, even though the workforce, women at work is no big deal now, 50% of the workforce is made up of women, but still very few of us, all the women in the workplace around the world, make up high level leadership. And the higher you go, the less that is. I like to say that we are the 5%. The senior leaders, the women in senior leadership, make up the 5%, right? We're the 5% of the women in the marketplace who have accomplished senior leadership. And my work is really all about supporting us, the 5%, to step into our power, to take up and occupy our space, our positions with greater power, with greater presence, and with greater prominence. And so this is really the work of my life. I am passionate about this work. And I'll tell you why. Because of the conviction that it really is time for business as we know it to shift. It is divine timing for business to change the way it sees itself, change the way it knows itself, change the way it functions and operates at a systems and a senior leadership issue. I believe that business needs to rethink its social impact, that business right now is having a negative impact in society, that people are crying and dying and suffering directly in relation to how we do business, whether that be on how we treat people inside organizations or how the business itself impacts the society, the community that it's part of, right? And how it impacts its stakeholders. So I think it's time for change. It's divine timing for business as we know it to change. The way that we see business and the way that we do business really does need to shift. And this is a senior leadership issue. I'm sorry, I'm out in the garden and you can hear the roads, so I hope this doesn't interfere with the broadcast. So yeah, it's time for business to shift, and it's a senior leadership issue. And if it's a senior leadership issue, then it means that it's a senior leader issue. It's your issue, it's my issue, right? And that my work is really calling us into a rethinking of our own leadership. My work is really about supporting you to take your place, supporting you to find your voice, supporting you to step into your power. And what I'm most excited about is really helping the rise and supporting the rise and facilitating the rise of what I call a new kind of powerful expression in senior leadership. And that's going to come from you. I really believe that you are poised as a woman in senior leadership to be that voice, to be the catalyst for real shifts, to be the influencer of really important, meaningful change in your space. And that I believe that you were born for it. I believe that you were born and coded actually at the level of your DNA for significance at such a time as this. And yet, even those women that are born and all of your journey so far has been preparing you for this type of level of leadership, what I see is that oftentimes when women come to me, they're in two particular boats that I'm really interested in helping with. The first one is that even though they have arrived at senior leadership positions, even though they're the CEO of a large organization, or a director, one of many directors in a big place, or a head of department, one of many heads, or a corporate expert, a specialist in some way that wants to influence at board level, wherever you are, that sometimes you can be in that kind of position. I know because I was one, that you can be in that kind of position and really still not be showing up powerfully, really not be expected to be showing up powerfully. So you're kind of invisible. People don't really know who you are. You have paid the cost of the climb. You've paid the cost of the climb. The climb to that level of leadership has required you to compromise your values. It's required you to shut your mouth and suppress your ideas and your insights. It's stifled your point of view. You've kind of had to conform and contort yourself to get into that position. Over the years, you've really paid the cost of the climb, that you have given up your fire, given up your personality, given up your power even to really make it through the system, to jump through the hoops, to conform and to fit and to be accepted and to be acceptable. You've made yourself of no reputation. You have dulled yourself down, and you've played the game right in order to take up that place. And now that you're there, even you've become disconnected from yourself. Even you don't know who you are anymore. You have become so used to being the way that the system has asked you to be, expected you to be, that you've lost track of who you are. This is the cost of the climb. And then the other group that I'm thinking of are the women who are in the in crowd. That first group wasn't in the in crowd, but this, you are in the in crowd. And in the in crowd, you have done the same. You've shut your mouth, you've dulled down, you're part of the group think now. You think what the dominant group tells you to think. You quote the same research that the dominant group quotes. You say the same things. You stopped thinking independently because the cost of the climb has required you to blend in, to not rock boats, to secure your position by behaving in the way that you're expected to, right? So in one group, you're underestimated. You're in these positions, but you're not really thought of as the in crowd. You're not really thought of as a dominant voice. You're not really thought of as, part of the decision making process for real. You might be in the room, you might be at the table, but they don't really see you as influential and important. And then the other group, they see you as influential and important, but you're not showing up completely yourself. You've dulled yourself down. You've tamed yourself. You have contorted yourself to fit in to being acceptable to them. This is what I was journaling about this morning, the cost of the climb. And what I know is that if you've paid this tax, if you've paid this premium to do what you need to do to fit, that's really, like, you might say that it's worked for you. It's got you into the room, it's got you into that pay bracket, it's got you into that senior leadership title, it's got you in the room, it's got you at the table, it's got you a seat at the table. But here we are now, and you are waking up. I know that if you're watching this, you are waking up to the realization, my God, there's more for me to be. There's more for me to do. There's more for me to say. There's more for me to create and make happen and express. There's more of me to show to my organization and my industry and my field. There's more that I care about than I am speaking about. There's more for me to bring to the table. And if you are waking up to that, then I just want you to know that that's not random. You're not waking up by accident. You are actually waking up because it's time. Let me read what I wrote in my journal this morning. If you're feeling the discomfort of where you are right now, even though you've paid a hefty price to climb to get there, then don't take that discomfort lightly. You are feeling that discomfort because it is time. It's time for the hidden you to be made visible. It is time for you to take yourself seriously, time to listen to you, to reignite the fire in your belly, to clarify your purpose, to stir your passion, to be who you are positioned to be for real. It's time for you to do what you came here to do, to be who you came here to be, to say what you came here to say, and to bring what you came here to bring. There is a cost that we've paid to get to where we are, but it's time now to invest in another type of development, and that is about being and bringing the real you, the you that you had to put to the side, the you that you had to put in the corner and tell to behave herself in order to make it in this in your industry, in your field, to the senior leadership levels. It's time for the you that you've hidden to be made manifest. It's time for the you that has been kept quiet to have her say. So I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you to consider this. To consider that you don't have to keep paying the cost of the call. In fact, there's another call now. There's a call for the you that you put away to get where you are, to prepare her, to get her ready, because there is need for her. The world, really, business needs to shift, and the you, there needs to be another you. There needs to be a higher level you that facilitates that shift. And I really want to help you to find her. I really want you to help. I want to help you to get her ready. I want you to bring her to the table. She has wisdom. She has something to say, and I want to help you say it. So have you paid the cost? How is this landing for you? What are you hearing me say? Is it resonating? Let me know in the comments, and I speak to you tomorrow on tomorrow's video.